Welcome, my dear Capricorn. This is your reading for the month of Aries. Sun in Aries, highlighting Moon in Capricorn. And so we recognize that Capricorn is attached to the social status and sitting in the social status, right? You are the one that has claimed the throne. And the number 4, the square, the attachment to the material world, is what Capricorn gives us as a liberation through the third eye, getting up and out through the within. And so this is the story now being told about these two as a combination. Mars ruling Aries, Saturn ruling Capricorn. First house of self and 10th house of social status. So you see now how actually just these two cards can already influence us on a very profound way. And this combination exists only once a year, for 2.5 days, right? For as long as the moon is in your sign. Meditation for Aries, right? The only way to access the brain is meditation. And you dancing. Dancing brings us access to the bones, to the knees, to that movement that liberates us. And so the dancer pose I brought in for you as that yoga position. So let's see what this is gonna bring. The Queen of Cups is your court card if your birthday is between December 12th and January 8th. And she's facing the left spinning path, which is connected to the big wobble the earth does to the left. And that wobble lasts 25,800 years. We divide it through the 12 zodiac signs, and then we get an age of 2,150 years. Currently, we go from the age of Pisces into the age of Aquarius. Today, you get a right spinning reading, which is connected with the spin the earth does around its own axis in 24 hours. So we get the day and the night. And on your full moon, you get the left spinning reading with all 22 major arcanas. That's always in your opposite sign, which is Cancer. And yes, this is now a human reading, right? And to the left, that's always a soul reading. Back to the last reading where Pisces Sun was giving the light to the Capricorn Moon, the message was the 6x1 portal is opening your third eye into dark matter. So you had the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups. And I put the dark matter in between, and it's kind of like speaking about the dark matter, that you are the darkest month of the year, and that the inspiration of the masculine sexuality and the feminine sexuality is creating an opening, and is creating for you, of course, then through the 6x1 portal, the third eye. And that we can recognize within the one, the seed, the heavenly seed, or the seed of God that wants to grow. And of course that you have the power over that. So let's begin this reading on the position of the Fool comes the Knight of Cups, which is Pisces. So in the last reading where Pisces Sun was giving you the light, that opening brought out of you something that you want to bring into the world. And this is a soul moment within you, right? So you see how the Fool is facing to the left And now he's facing to the right, and he's going the human path, and he wants to bring the love that he or that you experienced last time, this combination of masculine and feminine, this really empowered moment of the one, because you have a one in your card as well. You're the card number 15, which then creates a 6. And you have the number 1 in there, which is the magician, and the 5, which is the Hierophant, and the 5 is the 5 senses, and it's learning to understand that the magician has the power over the 5 elements. Usually we only count 4 elements, right? Because on the magician's table there are 4 elements, but the 5th element is space. And you go and bring the love diligently to the people. You have realized something, because then on the position of the magician, which is that state of consciousness of inspiration, you have the rainbow. And the rainbow here is the number 41, which then creates a 5, right? So the 41, we have the 1 for the magician. That magic inspiration that comes all of a sudden to you, right? This is a state of consciousness. And that magic is saying, yes, go forward, because this bird is leading the way. And then the 4 is the emperor, right? So here you are inspired by this feeling of, I want to love, I want to give love, I want to bring the love to the people, active, right? Because the knights are fire. And he's fire and water, and this is what you had last time, fire and water, the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups. And so you are then finding through the 5 elements and the 5 senses this path, and on this path you find then the rainbow colors, which are all the chakras. So you are going on a journey, you're going on a path. And on the position then of the High Priestess, which brings the intuition to you, comes the 6 of Swords. And you want to learn, you want to grow, you want to continue to understand how this world is functioning. And of course, this is Mercury in Aquarius. So your intuition is letting you know that now you have to go through an alchemical process to learn whatever there is to learn about the age of Aquarius that is upon us. And Pluto, who has moved in March into Aquarius, out of Capricorn into Aquarius, it will go back into your sign. And then 2024, it will be fully in the sign of Aquarius. So here Aquarius is coming to you as Mercury, the messenger that brings now Aquarian energy. And this is one of the most magical swords card. And it's the 6, it's connecting to you as that learn whatever there is to learn in this shift of technology, internet, video, film, and use it. Use it to your advantage, and use the age of Aquarius, use the knowledge, because it's like a portal opening here. It's almost like 2 people are opening these 2 swords so that you can see this beautiful flower behind it, and the flower has 5 petals. And you have the 5 in your card. So Mercury in Aquarius is bringing information on an intuitive level, right? Because High Priestess is the intuition, is the energy that knows within me is all the knowledge that I need to continue my path. Then comes on the position of the Empress, the World, number 21, which becomes a 3. So here you have on the 1 of the 21, the rainbow. So the world is needing this inspiration, this rainbow inspiration, and on the High Priestess comes the 6 of Swords, the knowledge that we can learn through the 7 chakras. And it's almost like the bird is flying into this card, and we see there is a circle, and now we see another circle, and we see the circle and the 1 within the circle, which then creates the 10 or the 1 and the 0. And that's the programming language. And so the world is ready for whatever you can bring to this world with the new knowledge that wants to come down and comes through you to the world, right? Because the Empress gives birth again and again to everything that wants to come now into this world. She is a state of consciousness that brings the first form into existence, which is the triangle. And so you can see here Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, the fixed signs in the corner. And interesting enough, the spinning goes to the left, right? So you can see that this is a soul energy as well, because everything to the left is soul and everything to the right is human. So the world is speaking to you, and you bringing to the world this new knowledge that you are getting. Then comes on the position of the Emperor. Temperance. Temperance is the number 14, and the number 14 is the opposite to 41. So it's a 5-5. Portal speaking here. It's almost like the bird is saying, yeah, keep learning and then become an angel. This is Sagittarius. A fire sign, a very strong fire sign. The Knight of Wands is connected with Sagittarius, and this is the Queen of Wands. And of course, you're the Queen of Pentacles. So here speaks a direct energy to you that says, keep bringing the 2 cups into this inhale, exhale, into this infinite loop of giving and taking, arriving and leaving. And she's literally looking down and she's like, yes, the world needs this guardian angel helping you to fulfill a measurement of balance, like the High Priestess that's sitting between the black and the complete white pillar. And this is where we understand that, of course, when we open the curtain, when we learn, when we understand more and more how this world is functioning on a quantum level, then we are empowered and then we can become an angel. And so Aries is bringing that empowerment to you. It's almost like Aries saying, come on, become now this beautiful angel, this beautiful guardian angel. And then comes on the position of the Queen of Pentacles. She's in the center of the reading, and the Hermit, the Virgo, she's also an earth sign, speaks to you and you becoming more introverted and you going more deeply within, into the healing, into the inner work, sometimes even into the loneliness or aloneness, because that's where we recognize deep within the light that we are holding up. And so she's holding the light into the soul path, and she's giving you a moment of stillness and quiet and recognizing, I am good where I am. I am facing the soul path. I am rich. I have everything I need because I'm water and earth, and things just grow out of my hands, right? You are very fertile and rich in that sense. You can make things happen. But find an inner power that doesn't shake, that doesn't shift you around, so that you can really then come into your center of the Two of Swords. Because on the position of your major arcana is the Two of Swords, which is that inner peace, Moon in Libra. And now you have 8 swords. And the 8 of Swords is then being a little bit trapped by too many thoughts. So stay with the Two of Swords. And the 6 of Swords as that learning. Recognize that you become more and more peaceful the more you learn from deep within. Looking within, closing your eyes and knowing everything is perfect the way it is. And she crosses her arms because the right side is the masculine, but it's the left hemisphere of the brain. And so when she crosses, she's literally saying, yes, now I'm in my center. Eight swords is Jupiter in Gemini, so maybe when I calculate them together, right, the 8 is that infinite number, that infinite loop of inhale, exhale. And so in Gemini, you're getting more to see how you can handle all these thoughts. Nevertheless, you're learning and you are ready to go then and find a deep, deep peacefulness within you. It's like also making a decision that you have a choice always between the number 2, right? It's the masculine and the feminine. And you had last time the masculine and the feminine framing the dark matter, right? You had the cup and the wand. And so now you have the 2 of Swords, and you find deep within that peacefulness, right? A quietness by looking deep within. And that's what Virgo brings to you. Virgo is helping you to look deep within. Then comes on the position of the Moon, the number 22, which is immediately a portal, the Fool's Embrace, the transmuting the pain. So in that deep look within, you recognize now that there is something. The Fool's Embrace on the position of the Fool was Pisces, and Pisces is opposite of the Hermit. They're opposite of each other, like you have Cancer opposite of you. And so on the position of the Fool, right, and the Fool's embrace, the Fool's thought, this idea, this thing that comes up to you and saying, love, love, love everything, even though it makes you cringe. Because sometimes we cannot just love people who are terrible and who are horrible. It's like, no, we cannot. But yes, we can. When we go deep within, we recognize these people are trapped within certain circumstances, dogmas, whatever their life has brought to them, and we can help them. And that's why you can transmute a lot of pain by evolving like the moon, coming out, the desire to evolve and go up here to the mountain, there where the Hermit is standing. And the Hermit is in the center of your reading. So transmuting the pain and actually recognizing that you, if you see the pain in others, then you have still pain within you. You got to work on yourself. And 2 times 2 is being creative in that desire and creativity and sexuality that drives us forward. That's the desire, right? The desire to evolve further and further and deeper and deeper. And then comes on the position of the sun. The biome, immediately now the 44. And interesting enough, right? So the sun is in Aries, and on the position of Aries came Temperance, and Temperance has a 4 in it. And of course the rainbow has a 4 in it. And 2 times 4 is the creativity to listen to your heart, the creativity to be this guardian angel for the world. See the bigger picture, always bring yourself into a higher perspective. Because when we're in here, then sometimes we don't see what's really happening. We're like in our painful body. And so here the guardian angel is coming and saying, you can do this. Because, right on the position of the moon, which is in your sign, came the 2 of Swords. And so this is then a 222 portal. Then the 22, the creativity in seeing that you have still things to clear, makes you powerful, because the 3 times 2 is then the empowerment and the understanding from the Empress, the perspective of the Empress, which is empowered through the solar plexus to see that all is creativity, and sometimes people do things and we don't understand why, and we don't need to understand why. We just have to have compassion and love and bring it into the world and face these kind of creatures that are sometimes stuck in their own thinking, right? Because then in a way it's like, if I put the 8 of Swords here, then yes, it's Gemini. It's this too many thoughts that trap yourself, and you keep yourself trapped by thinking certain thoughts that are not very beneficial for you. And then on the position of the world comes the world. Look at that. Then you recognize that here, this biome, which is the connection to all, right? And we see here it's burning and negative, and there are circles of energy. There are things that we recognize that chaos and order is what creates actually then the new. Always, right? There is no other thing than chaos and order. And so the biome is saying the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. You are asked for synergy at present. Be aware of the needs of others. You are a part of the same whole. Consider working more closely with your community. Biomes are ecosystems, such as that you know, and so the world is a biome, and now it became a matter of you wanting to spread your wings. Here, this guardian angel, she spread her wings. She's holding the earth in her mind. You knowing that you bringing the love to this world. You knowing that you have the rainbow, the bird that is helping you to bring the magic. And you know that you have the world already. You have 2121 portal, which is a 3-3 portal. And 3-3 then understanding the importance of being creative in your power over the world. And so here the world is on her mind, and she is opening her wings, and she is recognizing, all I can think of is that I want to help people to evolve in this world. And you see how it is facing the left, and the Fool is facing left, right? The Fool's embrace. So this Fool's embrace of the age of Pisces that is leaving, and the age of Pisces is not anymore a soul moment for Pisces. Pisces is like now, like everybody else, a commoner that is going the path, the human path, like everybody else, but he was just for 2,150 years in the light. And it was the age of Pisces that brought Jesus the fisherman to us, and brought us a huge religion to us. And now he's here, and he's almost like, well, now I have to change and shift and recognize that I am becoming a normal sign again, because the age of Aquarius is taking over. The age of Aquarius, that is also, right, the flying like an angel. And so you are recognizing that you are asked to be of service for the world, bringing the love, bringing your knowledge to the people, because you understand that very clearly, because you have the help of a Virgo, and you have the help, of course, of yourself going and looking deep within and knowing, this is what I want to do. I want to help, and I want to be of service. Wow, that's your message. Wow, what a beautiful message. Yeah, to be of service, right? Because the 5-5 in the next reading, I hope I see you then. The Earth spins in such a way that we see behind the Sun the constellation Taurus. So you have a 5-5 portal coming directly to you, and it's saying, yes, go for it. You are the guardian angel, you are the bird, use the chakras, then to continue your healing, to continue the healing of the world, right? Because the world came 2 times to you. Until then, I thank you so much for being with me. Namaste.